Hello all, welcome back to Podcast Valley Sunday. We are here to talk about Monkees episodes and break them down for Monkees fans who probably already know these episodes. Because if you didn't, you'd be lost, I'm sure. I am one of your hosts, Chris Paco.
I'm the other host, Jeff Cameron.
Yes, Monkees aficionados ourselves, if we do call ourselves that. I think other aficionados would not think that, but I think we know more than the average bear about the Monkees.
It's true, but it's a hotly contested industry, the monkey aficionado industry. We come at each other with quiz questions and how much of the vinyl do you have?
Yeah.
How many versions of Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones do you have on you right now? It can get pretty heated.
It's interesting.
It's fun. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It makes me happy when people are into the Monkees.
Yeah, it really is.
And if we can be a part of getting people into the Monkees or back into the Monkees, then that's mission accomplished for this guy over here.
Yeah, I would definitely say I'm Monkees fan through and through, but I hadn't seen the show in a very long time because I was holding off for a good version of it, right? I didn't want to watch it on YouTube. I wanted to watch it in order.
You didn't want to watch it on your old tapes?
No. Yeah, I probably would have watched it on the old tapes in hopes that there was commercials.
Grossed out.
I used to work so hard at getting the commercials out of those things. Now I love watching old commercials.
For sure. But you've been working with the old tapes. What's it like watching something that's been taped off the TV? 25 years after you taped it off the TV.
It's weird. One thing is when you open it up on your computer, it's really small. On the screen.
Or else it'll look like 8-bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then you make it big or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely weird to go back and watch tapes that I watched a long time ago and haven't watched for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's it all comes together as you're watching. It's oh, this happens, and you just know what's going on.
But quality-wise, it's got to be distracting.
It's weird. You get used to it.
But do you think how was I okay with this?
You do think. It's one thing when you're watching things that have been bumped up to HD now and you see things and this is out of focus, but you wouldn't have noticed that before because everything was out of focus and you had no idea about it.
Excellent point.
So yeah, but for me getting back into the Monkees, it's like a blanket. It's just oh man, this is amazing. Cause
stick it in my veins.
Yes, exactly. I was worried where that was going. I'm glad it was veins. It's he loves the Monkees.
You don't want to know how far I'll go for the Monkees.
But yeah, no, it's because to get ready for these things, I watched a lot of Monkees in a short period of time, and it was just trying to get my wife to watch them too. I try to tell her it's like Spice World, the Spice Girls movie, even though I haven't seen that, but I saw a part of it that made me think oh, this is kind of like the Monkees,
kind of
in the vein of oh, you're insulting me, and they put salt on each other, that kind of thing. And I was oh, okay.
And I think cultural phenomenon-wise, that is a good analogy for what happened with the Spice Girls and who was into the Spice Girls and why the Spice Girls got big. It was because they were everywhere.
They were a blanket. They were everywhere.
And it was probably a similar experience to how the Monkees went.
Yeah.
Even though we weren't specifically there at the time. But boy, oh boy, were we there for the Spice Girls.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I think...
And no doubt.
Yeah. A different kind of blanketed everywhere. I just mean they weren't on cereal boxes and stuff like that.
Correct.
But Spice Girls and Monkees were made to sell stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were products.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So now we are up to episode 8. Which is Don't Look a Gift Horse in the Mouth, originally aired Halloween night, 1966. So directed by Bob Rafelson. And so I wonder how many Monkees fans missed the Monkees this evening because they were out trick-or-treating dressed as the Monkees.
That's an excellent point. A lot of people didn't see this one.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they knew that, and that's why they put the...
I was wondering, the weird... It's definitely an odd thing.
There's a few scoops of weird in this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you'd have to think about that then, because people aren't taping it. You couldn't tape it.
No, you could not.
You couldn't DVR it or PVR it or whatever.
Right. And they had to know that there'd be at least half their audience would be out on the streets.
Yeah.
Hopefully dressed like the Monkees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, to get right into this episode, Davy's on the beach again. Davy loves the beach.
It's where it's at, man.
It really is, especially when you're from England. You come to the beach, you're like, this is the best. And so anyway, he's on the beach, and a kid shows up with a horse, and the kid says,
"Would you watch my horse for me?"
Davy, of course, says,
"Sure, I'd be glad to."
And then the kid instantly takes off.
Thanks, mister.
Hey!
Immediately.
As soon as Davy says yes, the kid runs away, leaving Davy with a horse.
Like, wow.
And so then we...
How would this kid get there?
How does a horse get there?
I mean, you ride the horse all the way... Anyway, we'll get to where the kid is from shortly.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
So then back at the monkey pad, Peter's making soup.
Okay, try it. My own recipe.
Oh, cream of root beer.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds amazing.
It's green, though.
It's green. It's Pete. It's the cream. And Mike and Mickey go crazy because of the soup. And not in a good way. Mickey pretends he drinks it and turns into a werewolf.
Yep.
Does his werewolf impression. Goes nuts. Then the landlord shows up.
Oh, boy.
And he asks where he is. And he thinks the boys have a dog in the apartment because of Mickey's werewolf impression. And to go with the landlord, he thought he was going to have like a regular...
steady gig.
Yeah, and it was not. The Monkees could kind of handle themselves, and they didn't need the landlord.
I don't know so much it was about them handling themselves. It was just people are watching the show. The young people are watching the show. Probably got enough people in your lives telling you, I thought I told you to blah, blah, blah. And they want us to just see the Monkees.
Yeah, they don't need their heroes getting told.
Yeah, they don't need to have these guys kind of have some jerks hanging over them. And it just got to be about the Monkees being the Monkees.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, landlord tells them, you better not have any animals in this house or you're getting kicked out. He leaves. Davy is in the living room with a horse. I think he's stuck in the back way. And that's where it ends. The Monkees turn around, see him there with a horse, and intro. Back to the show. Davy tells the boys about the little kid and the horse, and they tell him he's got to take the horse back because they can't have any animals, especially a horse, in the pad.
You saw how he got about the dog.
Exactly. Yes. And so they tell him about the landlord, the werewolf impression, and Mickey does it again. And then the landlord again shows up thinking there's a dog. So Mike, quick thinking Mike, sends Peter and Davy into the bedroom and tells the landlord that the horse is them in a costume.
Yes.
Davy and Peter. That's Davy and Peter in the costume.
Peter and Davy in there?
And he's like, no, this is them. It looks so great. It's amazing. It's the best costume ever.
For sure.
Skinny legs on those two. And
well,
so,
starving musician.
Yes, and then landlord is impressed with how good the horse costume looks, and so he leaves because he's like, "That's amazing."
Yeah.
So now the boys try to get the horse to move. They can't. They try to coax the horse with salami.
The horses don't eat salami.
And so then Peter gives him some of the cream of root beer soup, and the horse passes right out from the soup, which is kind of funny.
The horse is lying there, right? They get this Hollywood horse to
I don't know.
drop on the ground.
They're ready for the Godfather.
They do.
Have this horse. So then Mike calls a vet, and the vet comes over, and Peter and Davy are dressed up like a horse, and the veterinarian mistakes them for the horse. Yeah. And then a neighbor comes by with food, and the horse eats it, and then the lady passes out.
Yeah.
And he eats the food, freaks out.
When Mickey left, he's like, hey, let me know if you need any help. I'll whip the smoke bomb down there.
Exactly.
And Mike is like, yeah, okay, Mick, whatever. And then then she passes out, and Mike's like, we need some medical attention. Hey, help. Immediately.
Mickey, help!
Like, without a moment's hesitation, Mickey comes correct with that, the smoke bomb.
Yeah. Boom.
And that was like, I completely lost it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just the funniest thing to me that he just does not hesitate, doesn't assess the situation. He just wanted to use that smoke bomb so bad.
It's like,
he tells Mikey, I got the smoke bomb. And suddenly, it's time to use the smoke bomb.
And throws it in and smokes the whole place out.
Smokes the...
The whole place.
It does nothing to help the situation.
And then the landlord comes back, and Peter's wearing the horse's head, and then he talks, and the landlord thinks it's the horse talking, and now he passes out.
Just as I thought. There is a horse in here.
Hi, Mr. Babbitt.
It talks.
Between the horses and the smoke bombs, I'm starting to think the Monkees aren't the best tenants.
No. It would be interesting to have the Monkees as tenants.
It'd be insane.
Go to,
First of all, there's the no rent getting paid thing.
never. Peter tries to pay the rent with toys. And Mickey screaming all the time. The only good thing would be keeping track of Davy's girls.
Oh, dang.
You have like a running tally of Davy's
There's a lot
birds.
of walk of shame coming out of that house.
Oh my God.
For sure.
They should have a song called Walk of Shame on More Than Monkeys. Anywho, Davy somehow finds the kid on the beach. Again, kid comes back to the beach.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Right?
Let's just roll with that.
And and he finds out that the kid's dad says he has to get rid of the horse. And the kid asks if Davy can talk to his dad for him, which is that's a tall issue.
Yeah.
If a random kid asks me to watch his horse, immediately runs away,
Abandons the horse.
I come back, kid's there saying, my dad says I can't keep the horse. Can you talk to him for me? The only reason I'd want to talk to the dad is to get rid of this horse from my person. I don't want a horse in my flat with my mates.
See, this one, the horse is the MacGuffin. It's the opposite of the jacket.
She's got my jacket.
Davy doesn't want the horse. He wanted the jacket. Doesn't want the horse.
Yeah. Your horse. It's not my horse. It's yours. Come on, eh? So anyway.
This is Keith Richards'
Yeah.
appearance in this episode.
I know he was devastated. So Davy goes and meets with the dad, and the dad says he'll keep the horse if the boys pay for the investment,
Hey, that's a great idea.
which is $100.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this the part where we get into the kid's dad?
Yeah, we could do that now. Yeah.
Oh, my word.
We'll go. Mike then suggests they work on the farm to pay
Yes.
off the debt.
Yes.
And the farmer gives them one day to prove themselves. So now,
You got to establish that they are traveling out to the farm. Who knows how far away from the Malibu party pad?
where the kid rode the horse from.
Where the
apparently.
kid rode this horse
Or at least
somehow.
led it somehow.
Or the two of them hitchhiked. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they go to this farm. This kid's dad is this 60-year-old central casting farmy McFarmer.
Yeah.
I think Old MacDonald was written about him.
Yeah.
This is the farmitude of this gentleman. There's nothing else this guy could possibly be doing with his life besides
Nah.
farming.
Daggum, monkeys. You want a
I
horse?
mean,
Gotta pay $100.
We call central casting and say, give me the farmiest goddamn farmer
Yeah.
you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
Overalls, straw hat,
It's the last horse.
face like a catcher's mitt.
Yeah.
Just farmy.
Yeah. The
Farmy Farmerson.
The last horse to Hicksville is what this guy's single was.
For sure.
There's no mom, I don't think. It's just this kid and his dad.
Nah, there's no,
His dad's
no
an old
budget
man.
for a mom character.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We've already got the landlord and the old lady and we got the kid. There's already
A horse.
the horse is
Horse
the horse
costume.
Of course. Yeah, the horse and a horse costume.
Yeah, it's
like there's no time for mom. And there's
No.
gonna be no lines for mom. So no mom.
And they have the boys dressing up as a horse on Halloween, though. So maybe that was a tie-in for Halloween. But
Maybe.
anyway,
Oh my god.
so the boys sleep over in the barn overnight, and the farmer wakes them up bright and early, tells them what chores they have to do.
Gotta feed the hogs. Gotta plow the South 40. Gotta milk the cows. You gotta feed the chickens.
They kind of go staggering along. They lose Peter instantly because he's sleeping inside of the hay.
When they're stabbing
But
the
they're
hay,
stabbing
looking
the
for
hay,
him.
yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, that's a scary moment. Peter, where are you, Peter? Let me stab your eyeballs out. And they're, just stabbing the hay, trying to find him.
The second moment where Peter could have been removed from the band.
Yes.
Stabbed to death in hay.
Yeah, and he just kind of pops up. Oh, hey, boys. Like, terrifying. And then Mickey calls for the pigs. They just call the pigs. Like, what, the suey thing? Yeah, the suey thing.
Oh, Mickey
And
leans into this
He
one.
sueys with gusto. And you can hear him for miles and miles suing.
Yes.
And
that's actual footage.
Yeah.
What happens when you let Mickey Dolenz off the chain doing a hog call? Everybody coming running.
Yeah. And all the chickens get loose. The chickens are running around. So the farmer comes and tells them to milk the cows, which leads us into Monkees Romp number 1.
Oh.
Papa Jean's Blues. Again, is that 2 in a row?
I think so. Right? But this is a very good...
it's a good romp.
Good farm romp song, for sure.
Yeah, and they pretty much stick to the farm. This is a pushing the story forward romp.
I suppose.
More than a music
video. It's a montage.
Romp. Yeah.
Yes.
Because they're still doing hijinks.
Correct.
Milking cows, balancing on things. Mike, there's bullfighting stock footage. And then the boys are dressed
the
up.
bullfighting thing, yes.
And then Mike.
So there's some of that imaginary fantasy prestige thing going on.
But it's all within the farm.
During the montage of them getting the stuff done for the chores.
Yeah. And Mike bullfights with the cow.
Yes.
Which I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
It's fun. And it's in the intro. And it's it's just fun to have Mike doing cool stuff.
It is. And they finally milk the cows. Then Peter dumps the milk all over the farmer.
Yeah, of course he does.
And that's how the romp ends. So farmer gets mad, kicks him off the farm.
Get your things and get out.
He's only got the one pair of overalls.
Yeah. It wasn't like this in the Civil War. Davy apologizes to the boy, and there's a dickhead farmhand guy, like there always is.
Yeah.
What's the matter, boys? Why sit down in the mouth?
Always a Chad on board.
The farm Chad.
Farm Chad. And Chad Hand. And Davy says, I'm sorry you have to lose the horse. Chad Hand says, oh, it's good. That horse is garbage. Like, you don't need that horse. And then Davy sticks up for the horse and the kid.
Like, how deeply invested is Davy?
Davy, he has a soft spot for
that horse.
For people in troubling situations. And so the farmhand then challenges Davy to a horse race.
Now, I'll bet you $100 my shark will main beast the Davites out of your nag.
We don't have $100.
How about my 100 against that guitar there?
So if Davy loses, they have to give up their guitar, and if they win, they get the horse.
Then they quickly agree to this. I don't know why.
Get right in it, yeah.
Because they want to get rid of the horse, mostly, I think.
I think so. They just want to get on with it.
we got to do something different next episode.
Yeah. So they go to the beach, and then Mike and Mickey are teaching Davy to be a jockey.
All right, I'm low, baby. Gotta get down there and roll like that. Yeah. Now, give him a little whip on the side, baby. Yeah, now you gotta ride as hard as you gotta. You might get to the side now. You gotta watch him in turns. Pull it hard in the turns.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because Davy Jones is a jockey in real life. And you could see when he gets on a horse, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, absolutely.
You could tell, like, he's either on a horse or holding a tambourine.
It's his bag, man.
Yeah, it is his bag. It's his horse bag. So then Monkees Romp number 2 starts. All the King's Horses, aptly titled due to the horse theme of the episode.
And still, not a song we hear anywhere else.
No. This would have been a big
the show.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal to hear this. Like, oh, this is great. Because now,
if this show was about salamanders, it wouldn't have been on it.
No. It would have been Sally Mander, one of Davy Jones's girlfriends.
However, the horse song gets the call.
Yeah. And so Davy gets ready for the race. The boys romp around with starter pistols and trumpets and flags.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
All this stuff. And Daisy driving Miss Davy.
Jones.
Yeah. Davy, they start the race. He's lags behind, gets in, fun horse racing on the beach.
Yep.
Davy wins the race. Everybody cheers.
Never would have expected it from that dead old horse.
Home field advantage.
Yeah.
I think,
I don't know. Because Davy's English.
Well, you know how Davy feels about the beach.
He does love the beach.
He does live there now.
Yeah, so maybe. So the guy pays Davy, and Davy pays the farmer to keep the horse. Boom. Problem solved. Farmer says that
Johnny sure appreciates this. And so does his dad. I think I had you boys pegged wrong. I'm sorry.
And they can visit anytime they'd like, and we never ever see them again at that farm.
No, but he had money for a second there, and then they had to give it. It's like
instantly.
Hashtag making it.
Well, that's show business.
That kind of seems to be the thing. When they get something good, they lose it instantly.
Our reward is that justice has been done.
Exactly.
And, like, don't worry about the money, gang. You do your thing and save the day.
Yeah.
Everything else will sort itself out, maybe.
Yeah, we've got tons of cream of root beer soup. We'll be fine.
So they go back to being the starving monkeys.
Yeah.
That's basically how every episode has to end. They go back to being the starving monkeys.
Pretty much.
And that's why every episode starts when they're the starving monkeys.
Yeah. Hey, we're so hungry.
And everything that happens in between.
Yeah.
never improves.
They're just on a treadmill.
They've said themselves they're never successful on the show.
No.
Never.
That's funny. Yeah, you can never think about it that way. But yeah, it's true.
They never make it.
Yeah. So at the end, Davy's on the beach again, of course.
Yeah.
And another kid says, "Hey, buddy, can you watch my pet for me?"
Oh, boy.
And they cut out, and it's a camel.
Of
It's
course.
a huge camel. And then the other boys grab Davy, and they all run away. Right. And then...
Wait, do we have any songs about camels? No?
No.
Let's get away from this camel.
Yeah, exactly. And then they do Papa Gene's Blues at the end of the episode.
Yeah, a little
as well.
reprise.
Yeah, with the live performance in the Purple Room with the night
Is this
scenes.
the one where Mike smiles? I think it might be. With the wink and everything.
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
It's like he likes doing this one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And a funny thing is they wanted to get a baby elephant for the last scene.
Boy.
But they couldn't get one, so they got a camel
Yeah,
instead.
good enough.
Yeah.
They're just getting
An exotic animal.
a visual, ha ha ha,
Yeah.
oh no, kind of thing.
It might have been
a
easier
camel gets the
to
job
get a
done.
camel there than
Yes.
an elephant, oddly enough.
Slightly easier.
Yeah. So that's the whole episode right there.
Bang.
So how what are your overall thoughts of this episode?
I like it. I like the distracting ridiculousness of the farmer guy. That's the thing I kind of latched onto from this. He haunts my dreams.
He is funny. He looks, he was in one of the wars.
For sure.
I don't know which one.
Some PTSD.
Or which
behind his
side he
eyes.
was on.
Behind those dark sunken eyes.
Yeah.
You can tell he's got a lot of issues.
Killing Nazis. But yeah.
And then there's the weird, the reprise of the child stuff going on. Because it runs up to Davy on the beach from the old Saturday's Child video from the toy episode.
Yeah.
And like
Monkey versus machine.
Yeah. And it's a brief glimpse of like that kind of weirdness.
Weird, yeah.
But obviously, Papa Gene's Blues is always a good time.
Yep.
And so I remember being happy that was on my mom and dad's records. And even though "And You Just May Be the One" was not. Mm-hmm. But this was a good one. There it is. Oh my God. It's on this record. Let's listen to it. So it's a good tune. And I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think the highlight for me of the show is watching Davy on that horse. Just like seeing him in the jockey outfit and everything. It's just cool to be
he's in his office.
Yeah. It's a cool thing. Like, I wonder if he kind of said, "Can we bring a horse in one of these things?" Like,
and like so far, we like over at least half of these are Davy episodes.
Yeah.
Where he gets to do most of the heavy lifting. And
I find it's him and Mike in the early days.
And no chick in this one.
No.
The chick is a horse.
There's chickens, but no chick in this one.
No chick in this one.
Yeah.
There's no beds.
No birds.
That aren't farm animals.
Yeah.
In this one. So there's that, but it's still a Davy episode.
Yeah.
And we've had like maybe 0.5 of a Pete episode, 0.5 of a Mike episode. I don't know if anyone counted the Mickey episode. It's mostly Davy.
This one here?
Most of in general so far. Nothing's like been like a Mickey-centric thing.
I see. Yeah,
he's always singing.
Yeah, and Mike's always making the decisions and getting the ruse going.
Yeah.
But there's nothing about Mike. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it is how they said.
Is this a ruseless episode, by the way?
I believe it is.
Because I think that might be the first.
Well, they have the Peter and Davy being the horse.
Ooh.
So mini ruse.
I think if there's a disguise involved,
it's a
ruse. Qualifies as a ruse.
So they get it in there.
We have us a ruse, folks.
Yeah.
We have
snuck
us
it
a
in.
ruse.
Snuck it in when you weren't looking.
Ooh.
I found this is also the, not in a bad way, but the most convoluted episode. Like at the beginning, it's madness with the woman and the landlord and the horse and everybody passing out and the smoke bomb.
The smoke bomb thing, yes. I got to reiterate my love for that smoke bomb scene.
That's your highlight of the show?
I think
your highlight of the show?
Just because it made me laugh so much.
Yeah.
Still.
I got to check it out again.
It came up and surprised me still.
Amazing. But yeah, so this is definitely has the most kind of shit going on to get to the point of they got to get this kid his horse back.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole thing. But it goes everywhere to get there.
Yep.
Other thought here, unanswerable, but how many times do you think that a horse took a shit on the set?
That's a Hollywood horse, man.
In the monkey's pad.
I don't know. Maybe he was like in a horse outhouse.
Oof.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I don't know. I wondered that. Like, anytime I see a huge animal on set, it's like, oh my God.
How much shit did they have to wrangle for this horse?
Yeah. I bet you once a horse took a shit, those 4 monkeys would have lost their goddamn minds. They would have went crazy.
But Davy's used to it.
Davy would be.
Mike's from Texas.
Yeah.
Like,
well, Mickey would go crazy.
He was on Circus Boy. He was probably around a lot of animal poop.
Maybe.
You know?
But it's not something I think you get used to. Or like, that's okay, horse. It's like, that is 18 pounds of shit you just put on a carpet. Like, open up the windows.
Like, most of the time, the horse is kind of like by the bay windows.
Probably
right?
so you can
They're like,
huff
the ass is hanging out the back.
Maybe they have like a wheelbarrow right behind him.
Yes.
And that farmer guy's actually there holding the wheelbarrow.
It's not often he's actually in the place.
Yeah, that's true. But either way.
The monkey pad.
Poo everywhere.
Yep.
So yeah, no, it's a good time. 2 songs only, but one of them gets played twice.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
The first time that's happened.
Thank God they didn't lose their guitar.
Yeah.
The show would have had to be about something else.
The horse.
The horse. Hey, we're the Monkees and a horse.
Yeah. We don't even have a guitar.
We're too busy, horse.
And we can't go far. Because the horse gets tired. It shits everywhere.
Shits everywhere.
I also enjoy the cream of root beer soup. I think that's a funny.
It's a good
funny
little,
line.
little
It makes
thing.
Mickey go crazy.
But it's the greenness.
Puts
kind of
you
weird.
off.
And Mike actually appears to eat some.
Yeah. Yuck.
Yeah.
MF and G.
Indeed.
So this brings us to our ongoing Monkees song list countdown that we do here on the show. We have a super big green wool hat. All the songs written on tiny pieces of paper.
Yes.
In Braille.
Oh, yeah. Give me
we reach in and we pull them out.
It's in Braille, so we can't peek and look at what's written on there.
Yeah.
Let me feel this one. It's whoa! Look at the length of this piece of paper.
Oh.
Look how long that is. Look at that Braille.
Goodness.
Can you see that?
That's a lot.
Look at those bumps. This one's called. Let me put it down and touch it. Long title. Do I have to do this all over again?
There it is.
Long title. Do I have to do this all over again?
Now, for me, this is like a top 3 probably.
Oh yeah, overall,
I love this song. Love it.
It's kind of it's a jam.
It's amazing. The bass line alone. I'd love to get.
You do the best bass line
for this song.
Yeah.
But then there's that boom. But then there's that boom.
Say no more. Say no more.
It's the best. And there's even another part of the bass that's amazing. Like it's yeah, it's amazing.
There's a lot to this whole song.
It's a Peter song.
Is this the Neil Young guitar? Or they just bring a guy in to sound like Neil Young.
Neil Young.
Yeah,
it is Neil Young. Yeah. And it sounds like Neil Young. Like, and there's the part where I was saying, like, is this a flute or is this a guitar?
I think that's the guitar. Yeah.
I think it is too. I hope it is because that makes it even more amazing.
For sure.
But there's nothing about this song I dislike. It's, the bass line's wicked, the guitar's wicked, Peter's singing awesome. The lyrics are cool, the melody is cool. Where it is in the movie, amazing. And it really puts you in that. Last time I watched Head, I actually rewound this part just to
watch it again.
To watch that part again, like, just get absorbed by that bass line because I love it. I love it.
It's solid, great song, great Peter song.
Every
Peter song is one of the best for sure.
Yeah,
we would have to talk about For Pete's Sake. We would have to talk about couple things. Depending who it doesn't make the countdown, but which version you think is the real one of I Don't Think You Know Me?
Yeah. He does a good version of that.
I think his feels the most. It feels like it should be him singing.
An honest, 100%.
Yeah, it feels like it's him. It feels like Peter singing that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I like that version the best. But yeah, so for this one, I'm Top of the Pops for me.
Top of the Pops.
I enjoyed it a lot.
More Than Circle Sky from the same soundtrack.
But yeah, it's interesting.
So are you gonna put it all the way up? I mean,
I would listen to it over Circle Sky myself.
Really?
I would.
How's about more so than listen to the band?
Yeah.
And like for real, all the way to the top with.
I would.
Do I have to do this all over again?
Yeah.
Huh.
We should each have 3 songs that were like this one tops, and then we trump those ones over each other ones. You know what I mean?
Yes. Kind of a neat idea.
Yeah, this would be on my list of those.
I think it's gonna end up being a NASCAR chase for the championship thing where we're gonna have like the 20 songs.
Yeah.
And then
breaking them down from there.
Like
it's gonna get intense.
It's gonna get there will be blood.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get that farmer guy to come here to keep us apart from each other.
Yeah, and like okay, for time being, because for all the reasons we talk about, and maybe for the first time ever in any sort of countdown, maybe today's the day. A long title. Do I have to do this over again? All over again. Can't lose a word.
No.
In this long title.
It'd be medium title.
Exactly. It's up top.
I think so.
We put it there.
Boom.
Bang.
First time since our first countdown show, which was our second episode. Circle Sky is not number 1.
And you dig it.
Bam. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was wondering when that one was going to come up. It's interesting when the ones you like have in your head come up and you're like, oh, there it is. You're like, because like I Love You Better, not on my radar at all.
Right.
And when it came up, you're like, whoa, okay. But then when as soon as you hear it, you're like, uh-oh.
It's like, yes. And like just a different perspective of when you got into it, what it means to you, how often you encounter it. Mm-hmm. Like, because we're head fans, if you know what I mean. We'll encounter these songs a lot more often.
Yeah.
And we have our feelings about that and what it means to us. Mm-hmm. Like, you think of any of those songs from the Head soundtrack, they're like, die, fun, beautiful. We love these songs.
Yeah.
We finally taped it out. Much Music finally played it, and we get to go watch it.
Yeah. I could...
Oh.
The day Much Music played Head on TV, that's like, honestly, it's one of my most memorable days and one of the best days I ever had. And not...
What'd you have for dinner?
We had hot dogs. We went and saw the Buffalo Bisons game. With my friend Chris Bozak, my other friend Greg Bozak, his brother, and their dad Andy.
Oh, yeah.
Went there, and then there was a team from my hometown, the Welland Pirates, and they were playing in like Rochester, like a AAA or AA or whatever it was. So we went to see them, and my big thing was Head was on at 8.
Yeah.
But Much Music always, if it was on 8, it was on at midnight. So I was like, okay, we can go see this other baseball game. Like, I won't miss my movie, which I'm basing my entire life around at this point. Went and saw the other baseball game. Do you remember the Buffalo Bisons squishy baseball we used to play hockey with? Yes. I got that day. Came home while I was waiting for Head to come on. The Beastie Boys were on Arsenio Hall.
What?
Played So What You Want. Cypress Hill came out in the middle. Played with them. And then, so on my Head tape that I taped, it's the Beastie Boys, So What You Want first.
While you were there?
Boom. And then Head starts. And then I watched Head that night. And that's the day of Head. And it's like every August when it comes around, I don't know the exact date. I think I have a thing cut out somewhere.
That's a big damn day.
But I think of that. Like, I always watch Head in August because I'm like, okay, this is it. And watching Head for the first time, we're getting off a little bit here, but you had no idea what was happening because we knew nothing about it. No. Other than what we read in the thing. We knew,
like, on the poster that came with the Listen to the Band box set, it's like, it's a war movie. It's this kind of movie. And you're like,
what is
how's it going to be all these movies?
Yeah.
It's got to be weird.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, it was.
It was. It was so weird.
God. And I'm sure we'll have more opportunities to talk about Head again very soon.
And it is interesting how in the beginning of Head, it goes through and it shows you every single scene in like the little TVs.
Yeah.
So it shows you
every scene.
Oh boy, Mike.
All right. So
All right.
long title. My goodness. It takes down its head soundtrack brethren.
Yeah.
Circle Sky. And that's that. And maybe we do kind of do a little playoff rejiggering later. To be determined.
We'll see.
It's up to us.
Yeah.
It's our damn show. So up next, we got Paco reaching in.
Here we go. Ooh, I got one, dropping it.
To the
Taking
wool
another
hat.
one. Ooh, Magnolia Sims.
Wow. Quick with the braille today, Paco.
Yeah. Ooh. As soon as I felt Mago, I was like, oh, okay.
So yeah, Magnolia Sims. Back to Birds and Bees, the
Yeah.
Monkees.
Magnolia Sims is an interesting song because it has that old timey,
Yes.
like wax record sound
Yes.
to it.
Very specific, like role playing.
Yeah.
Like they get the instruments to sound
Yeah.
and
And the
the
yodeling.
way it is and the vinyl thing where it skips.
It skips. He's doing the yaddy, yadadadee. I wonder if you
And
first
then-
got the record.
Was it
if
up
you're
on the
like,
tape?
"God
It's
damn
got the warning about the skipping.
Maybe.
I think it
I
says,
so.
"Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's just the way the song is."
Because that would have been a piss off for a lot of people, I bet. You buy the new record, it skips right away.
You gotta go buy another one. You
Yeah.
gotta go buy another one. It was good for sales. This is how it went platinum.
Yeah.
People kept buying it because they thought it was skipping.
Magnolia Sims. I like Magnolia Sims for what it is.
It's a good one. It's a Mike one. It's Mike kind of doing a southern kind of character kind of song.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's having a good time.
Yeah. It feels like older Mike Nesmith. Like when, like almost like elephant parts. Like when he's just doing
Okay,
whatever
yeah,
he
yeah,
wants
yeah.
to do, Mike Nesmith.
Yeah.
I think it's the beginning of Mike not giving a shit anymore and only caring about what
That
makes him
process started pretty quick.
It really did.
Seems like,
happy. Yeah.
you know how you kind of felt about that.
Mike was the grumpy
The
monkey.
industry and answering to the man and
Yeah.
not getting to do what he wanted.
Which makes him even more cool.
For
in my
sure.
books. Makes him radical. But yeah, I like Mike.
Radical in the political sense or radical in the cowabunga dude sense?
Cowabunga dude sense.
Fair enough.
And both. It works
Both.
both ways. The one word means both words, which is the same word.
Whoa.
Cool. So
That's two. Wait, did we do two
Where-
Sims? Oh, yeah, Magnolia Sims. We got to stick it in
Yeah, we
there.
gotta
If you know
find
what
it.
I mean.
mm-hmm.
Whereabouts do you want to put it? I mean, is it better? Is the gap in Mr. Webster? But is it better than Mr. Webster?
Yeah.
It's a good place to start. Is it better than Kind of Girl I Could Love? Mike versus Mike?
I don't think so. It's more interesting, I'd say that though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little more effort and thought, I think, put
Yeah.
into it.
Mhm.
But now we're bumping it up against Mommy and Daddy, if you know what I mean. Where do you want to put it?
Where's Mommy and Daddy in this list here?
It's above Kind of Girl I Could Love.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's As We Go Along in Dream World.
Ooh.
Going up.
I don't know. Where are you feeling on this one? I chose the number one spot here, so you can.
I would put it because, now you got me thinking. Do we like it more than As We Go Along, I think? And is it better than Mommy and Daddy? So Mommy and Daddy's a little more political.
Yeah.
But I think I listen to this more often
Yeah.
than either of those two. So I think you're right. I think it goes above Kind of Girl I Can Love, but below Mommy and Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So there's Magnolia Sims.
Boom.
Up in there.
All right.
Still a good tune, obviously.
Yeah. All right. So we got one
And
more.
again, picturing just listening to the tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That
know,
was
man.
like a weird, like, what is this?
We haven't done much off of Headquarters, I don't think.
Nope.
Maybe one or two, but we got a Davy song called I Can't Get Her Off of My Mind.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good day for long titles.
It is.
She walks by every day about this time, and I don't think I'll ever get her off of my mind.
We know how we feel about the Headquarters album.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
In terms of just the markets themselves and culture itself, having them do all the stuff themselves.
Yeah.
However, it's not without its pointless songs.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot going on in this one.
No, I'm not a
It's
big
just,
fan. It's a-
little Davy tap dance number.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're playing all the stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, that's a redeeming quality of it. But even that, it's not even that much.
Not even.
Yeah, no, I'm this one is not high on my list.
Nay. Nay, nay. Is it better than Laugh?
That is a question.
Would you goose it because they're playing it themselves?
That's what I was about to say. Because of the Headquarters album, because they did it themselves, I'd put it above Laugh.
I think that's just where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Is it better than Never Tell a Woman Yes? Some of these aren't even need to be a minute.
Yeah, they're just kind of...
Well, we're just going to put it right here.
Yeah.
Epitapito. I've already forgotten what it's called.
I just can't get her off of my mind.
Good. Yes. Hopefully we have better luck getting that song off my mind.
Yeah, it'll be in my head. That'll the only thing that'll be in my head. After everything else we've listened to. It's all I'm going to hear in my dreams when I'm not buying the Monkey Mobile for fake money.
Like, what the heck? I can't possibly afford that Monkey Mobile.
All right, so what is our new top 5 there, Jeff?
Brand ass new top 5. First of all, Take a Giant Step has been booted.
Get out of here.
From our top 5.
Take a giant step out of the top 5.
Took a giant step backwards out of the top 5. And at number 5, we have Valerie. Number 4, You Just May Be the One. At number 3, Listen to the Band. At number 2, for the first time, is Circle Sky. And our new number 1, long title, Do I Have to Do This All Over Again? Say no more.
Amazing.
All you need to know about that one.
Yes. And so with this episode, I will wish everyone a happy Halloween, just because it debuted on Halloween in 1966.
Uh-huh.
So get your Monkees costumes ready. Get out there and get some Kellogg's Rice Krispie treats.
For sure.
And with the Monkees, did they ever have like the mask on the back of the box where you cut their eyes out and you put the mask on
that
the
rings a faint bell. I
kind
think
of,
I saw
right?
something like that.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Makes sense. By God, that'd be creepy.
Man, we should find those and just rob a bank. Yeah, they think that it was Mickey Dolenz. You'd get away scot-free. On that note, kids.
Yes.
Thank you for checking us out. We hope you're having a good time with these. We're having a great time with them.
Great time.
From me, Paco.
And me, Jeff.
Have yourself a monkey little evening. Hey Monkees fans, if you like what you're hearing, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They're all at Podcast Valley Sunday. We'd love to hear from you. Also on our Facebook group, we'll be updating the countdown every week, so you can keep up to date with that. And if you can rate us, please rate us, but be nice. We're thin-skinned.